Welcome back, Shalligators, and welcome to Shallontine's Day. Yes, we are in the countdown to the most romantic day of the year, February 14th, St. Valentine's Day. And you know, we got to kind of start it off on a bit of a low note. We're going to go low and then get high in terms of mood, right? Because when we think about Valentine's Day, what do we think about? Crushing disappointment, being single, comparison, I guess chocolates, feeling fat, eating said chocolates alone because you bought those chocolates for yourself and things are just getting worse. Okay, hold on. We're going to talk ourselves out of any sort of Valentine's Day related bad mood. We're going to talk ourselves into a whole bunch of self-love this week. We're going to talk about gifts on a budget, what to do to make a fuckboy miss you if he's rejected you, like basically how to look badass on Valentine's Day if you're single, how to actually enjoy Valentine's Day if you're single. I'm going to take you through what I'm going to do on Valentine's Day, and I'm going to give you some ideas for a perfect Galentine's Day, something you can do with your friends, or even if you're absolutely alone, like if you don't even have your friends around you, because I know where we're at in the world, the pandemic, sometimes it's just not always feasible to be together in a big group. And yeah, do you like the new setup? Me neither. Me fucking neither. Like, it's a rainbow. You can't even see it. I was going for a very like sugar sweet sunshine JoJo Siwa vibe, and it just looks stupid. It looks stupid. And so I'm glad it looks stupid for this first video, because we're talking in this one about managing expectations for your Valentine's Day. If you're coupled up, or worse, in that like new stage where you're like, I don't really know like what he's gonna do for Valentine's Day, or if you're even in something long-term. And also this week we're gonna talk about how to spice things up in a long-term relationship. I'm gonna give you some tips that are sexy, but also some tips that aren't, because you know, sex isn't the answer to everything. So we're going to cover that. But before we get started, yes, I will promise to redo this. I'm not happy. But again, like I said, it's on trend. Before we get started, what do we have here? A little XO. We got a new little flash. My new collaboration with jewelry line Vault NYC is out. We have also restocked Ruthless and Revenge. And do we restock any others? No, I don't think so. But we have our brand new drop XO earrings. I hope I have these on right. Otherwise, they say ox. Do they say ox? No, they say XO, right? Is it the year of the ox? So head over to the link right down below or to vaultnyc.com and pick up your pair before they sell out. And if you need a little bit more Valentine's Day help, or help with anything else, head to my website, shallonlester.com, and click submit a question. I get back to you ASAP. Or if you would like a custom video and you live in the US, go to cameo.com. And if you live outside the US, you can also get this at memo.me. So let's talk about lowered expectations. I've got a lot of feelings. I've got a lot of thoughts, as per usual. I wish I felt neutrally about like one thing on planet Earth. Do you know what I feel neutrally about? Dua Lipa. She's just kind of there. She seems fine. She's pretty. Yeah, sure. Her music's fine. Yeah. I love my complete and total neutrality towards that woman. It gives me peace. I never want to feel any type of way about her. I need this. That's what we're talking about. Lowered expectations. Okay. First of all, what we want to do, as usual, I feel like this has come up a lot lately. Define the term, right? We talked about it with siding with your ex-boyfriend. We talked about it with derogatory comments and the odd man out and the black sheep, right? It's important to get really granular about things in life. And we know that we have to do this in every other category of our life. When we go to a restaurant and we have expectations for what the food should taste like, we're very specific. Right? The waitress doesn't come up and we're like, I don't know, I want something good. She's like, I don't know what that means to you. Like, good to me, I have 10 other tables. Can you please just order something? You're like, just like good. If that's truly what you tell a waitress, just like bring me something good. She's going to bring you her version of good. It might not be your version, or chances are you go in there and you're like, I don't know, just like I want something to like come. Like, I don't know. Nothing is going to come. Nothing happens in this life unless you order it. Like from the universe, from your own behavior, from the people in your life. It really doesn't. Like the universe and again, the people in our life, they're not just sitting there like trying to decipher some code. You have to be upfront with what you want. And the way that starts is in here. So I want you to define your expectations for Valentine's Day. And as I was like thinking about this video, as I was like putting my makeup on, I'm like, I don't know if I've ever actually done that myself. And I'm pretty fucking specific. But when I think back about my best and worst Valentine's days, and it's hard to think of the best because I can really only think of the worst because they've all been terrible. Why have they all been terrible? Because I never felt like my expectations were met. But this is on me because I never defined them. But sometimes I did. Okay, like with my ex-boyfriend, I expected him to have reservations someplace. I mean, we lived in New York City. The entire population was out at a restaurant. Like, you couldn't freestyle anything. And we ended up at a little Greek diner. I mean, it was like fine. But after that, we went to a strip club and he had that all laid out. Like, he gave me this stack of ones as my Valentine's present. He's like, we're going to the strip club. And I had a great time. So in that, I was like delighted. But I realized like I need to have been much more specific. I should have said, if not to him, at the very least to myself, my definition of success for tonight is we have reservations. He calls the Uber. He opens my car door. Like, what, you know, I would have like beat it out a little bit more because otherwise your expectations are shape-shifting in the moment based on comparison. Usually you walk by Nobu and you're like, why aren't we going there? Well, did you ever communicate that you wanted to go there? Did you say, take me to a really nice sushi place. I want to get dressed up. Did you say any of these things? Guys don't really take hints very well. And it's annoying because it's like the least sexy thing in the world to be like, I want you to take me to Nobu on Valentine's Day. And on one hand, I mean, yeah, guys need to know, like if they should know where the bar is, they should know what counts as an A+ or an F-. But I mean, also, it's like asking someone to throw you a surprise party. Like, I want you to just know this shit. I don't know, man. But okay, so it's like, you could say, I want you to take me to a nice sushi place. Like, here's 5 that I like. Here's 4, you know, here's a few that I've never been to, whatever. And then it's like, he's got sort of a guideline. Okay. But then counterpoint. We don't want to get too specific because again, it's like we're asking someone to throw us a surprise party. And I think we need to let people show us who the fuck they are, right? If you want a guy to get you candy on Valentine's Day, I do. I like it. I think it's charming. I like all the little cliche bullshit, right? That's why I wanted to decorate like this. Like, let's lean in to the silly, sugary, cliche things of holidays. Why not? If you're not really organically into it, that's fine. But if you are, cool. That's okay too. Let us have this. Life is spiders. Life is darkness and misery sometimes. We can't just have some like silly little heart-shaped boxes of chocolate. Come on, bro. And I like flowers. I like all those typical tropes, like, because it means a man knows them too. And it means he's going to follow the other tropes. Opening my car door, planning the dates, doing the dishes if I cook, asking my mom for my hand in marriage. I want to know that if he's on that track, that he's like clued into those things because those things are important to me. Maybe the flowers aren't that important, but asking for permission to marry me is, opening my car door is, doing the dishes is. Those things are important. So he needs to know, or I need to know that he can do the little things because that's indicative of him being able to do the larger things. And I've communicated that to guys before. I'm like, I'm a cliche basic. I love the standard tropes. You can think they're stupid. They're not stupid to me. And this is what relationships are. Like, I think soccer is stupid. It's important to you, so therefore it is no longer stupid. I am gang for that because that's what you're into. And you don't get to say, it's just a commercial holiday. You know what? So is your fucking birthday, dude. You still get your dick sucked then, don't you? That's not. So you want to throw this out, you throw out all of it. Well, Super Bowl's a superficial holiday, so why do you need to be with your friends? Oh, like this work holiday, you should probably go into the office. What are you doing at home? Since we're throwing everything out, since I need a fucking Whitman sampler on Valentine's Day, you don't get a birthday cake. Or I have a job. We need to know how people interpret thoughtfulness. We have to sometimes, you know, give people enough rope to hang themselves. And they might not. But my boyfriend on that holiday did. And he's like, reservation. And I looked at and I was furious. I'm like, yeah, isn't it crazy how Valentine's Day is a different day every year and they don't tell you till the night before? Oh, wait, that's not true. It's every February 14th. Yeah. Like, there's no excuse. And it wasn't an outlier that he bungled that and fucked it. He did that all the time. He was the one that gave me olive oil. Yeah. After Christmas, when I didn't cook and I'd never expressed any interest in this. And I'm like, what is this? You might as well have given me motor oil. Just, here's a variety of oils. doTERRA, motor, whale blubber, in case you want to light some old lamps. It made me insane. Okay. So we need to first define our own expectations. Then, yes, we need to ask ourselves, are they realistic? Are they realistic? Let's say your definition of a perfect Valentine's Day is he sends you to get your hair and your makeup done, and he picks you up in a limo, and you guys go to this rooftop bar that's like super fancy and super cool, and he orders a bottle of champagne, and he buys you lingerie and blah. Okay, does your boyfriend work at Target? Are you guys still in college? Is it realistic? Is it even possible that these things would happen? Well, you know what? If he loved me, then yes. Okay, hold on. First of all, let's go back to our love languages, right? We talk about love languages. There's 5. Gifts, quality time, physical touch, acts of service, and compliments, right? Mine are acts of service and compliments. Like, you don't need to touch me, stay over there. But I need you to tell me that you want to touch me, right? Let's say, even at the most extreme, if your love language really is gifts probably mean thoughtfulness to you. This fantasy scenario isn't about thoughtfulness, it's about money. It's about status, and it's probably about flexing. Like, you're not going to experience these things in a vacuum, right? You're thinking about how they're going to look on your stories, look on the dedicated grid posts, like how pissed Chelsea's going to be. Fuck you, Megan. Like, that's what you're thinking, right? So that tells me what you actually want is more about comparison versus the feeling it's going to give you. Well, no, it'll give me a good feeling. Yeah, but not about like your boyfriend. It's going to give you a good feeling about like, it's not like a you too thing. It's a everybody else kind of feeling. And I'm not saying that you should never want those things. You should never want to flex on your relationship with your boyfriend. No. Hey, I'm an influencer. It's what I do for a living. I get it. But if that is what's driving these expectations, first of all, I mean, unless his last name is Musk, that's probably not going to happen. So you're setting yourself up for failure. And then you're setting yourself up to hate looking at everyone else's Valentine's Day even more, because now you're in this comparison spiral. Because you set the bar so impossibly high, it is impossible. And there's nowhere to go but down. But if you had set the bar someplace a bit more realistic, you know what? I want him to pick me up in a car that's clean. I would love to get in his truck and there's no wrappers and there's a little air freshener and it smells wonderful and smells clean. Like, that would show me he really put some effort into this. Okay, now we're getting someplace. Now it's more about the thought. It's about effort. It's about you two again. So try to dial down these over-the-top expectations if they aren't realistic. You know, like, people can only afford what they can afford. And I know the temptation, especially if you're an American, because this is how we are, is to show you care by going into debt. Like, we equate objects and demonstrations with love. I remember, and you know what's funny? Like, we all have like this thing that we've like localized that on, like this object or this possession. Mine was the orchid lei at graduation. Fuck those things. I don't know how much they are. Like, when I was 18, I assumed they were like $7,000 because everyone else had one and I didn't. And like when I graduated from college, I was like, 4 years, there's got to be an orchid lei in there somewhere. There wasn't. I did not get an orchid lei. I didn't. I did get college completely paid for by my mom. She also bought a house. that I got to live in for free the entirety of college. She paid for me to go abroad. She was there as my emotional rock. But no. Let's talk about the lay that I didn't get. What an asshole I am. Like, what a fucking asshole. We're talking about monetary? I mean, she already ponied up. But I'm like, but you just couldn't get the lay? Dick. What a dick. So sometimes we just need to take a step back. And we're like, okay, he didn't show up with the limo. He didn't rent out Nobu. We don't have a private audience with the Pope or whatever. Is this disappointment part of a pattern? Does he chronically underperform? Does he know my needs? And are my needs actually pretty reasonable? And he just chronically doesn't meet them. And today is a day where I actually just feel like fucking facing it. Because I let it go. All those other times that he just can't quite get it together. And today, I don't feel like letting it go. That was the original tone of this video. I don't feel like letting it go. I don't feel like dialing down my expectations. Why would I? I don't dial down what I give to others. I've said in past videos, I'm an A+ girlfriend. And I don't accept anything other than an A+ boyfriend at this point. And you don't have to be an F to be off my list. It's a pass-fail situation, right? You can be a B+ boyfriend. That's great. There's B+ girls out there. I'm not one of them. I know what I bring to the table. And I demand the same things. I also know what my expectations are. And they really are very reasonable. Like, I've done my maturity work. And, I have the things that I want and I have the things that are important to me. Like, when I worked at an office, I would tell my boyfriends, like, I want flowers delivered to the office. I do. And of course, now I think of that ex, they came on February 15th. Day late and $1 short. That was his whole thing. But my husband always delivered them. Like, they were at the office. Because I'm like, I know it seems silly, but I want my coworkers to know what kind of man I got. Like, I put it on him. It's like, I want to show you off. This isn't just about me and like, I'm such a princess. Like, look at this man I got. Like, I want to make those other bitches feel bad. My expectations are reservations. My expectations are take me someplace I've never been before. I want to be able to get dressed up. I want candy. I want C's candy. Natasha, you reposted this on one of the fan accounts. She's like, it's C's candy or it's nothing, because that's what I said last year. It is C's candy or it's fucking nothing. I don't want Godiva. I don't want Lindor. I don't want any of that shit. Tashin, I want C's candy. Okay? And that might involve some planning. You might have to order it ahead. But that is my only metric of confectionery success on Valentine's Day. And I'm actually not going to dial it down. I work hard for my body. I work hard for my calories. I'm not gobbling up a Whitman sampler. No. So why are you dialing down your expectations? Well, I mean, I don't think I want anything that crazy either. I just know Chris isn't going to do it. Why are you with him? Well, I mean, no, like, it's fine. Like, I love him. We have a good relationship. No. I don't know that you do. If a man can't meet your expectations that you have decided are reasonable, and I believe you, for one day a year, a day that every man knows is important to women. It is. And we're allowed to have it be important. We are. Again, their birthday's important. We don't need to constantly be like, so cool. We just don't care. I am cool and I do care. Coolness is not tangential. It's not related to apathy. Like, those two don't intersect for me. Cool is I have things that I care about. There's plenty I don't care about. Actually, there's only one. It's Dua Lipa, but I care about Valentine's Day. And if a guy can't meet those expectations one day a year, baby girl, he's probably not meeting your expectations the other 364 days. Is he? This is part of a pattern. You said yourself, I just know he's not going to do it. Why do you know that? Because he chronically disappoints you? Because your needs are communicated in a variety of other categories? And he's like, well, I don't know. Oh, I'm not ready for kids yet. We've been living together for 11 years. I don't know. You are used to this. Why? Well, that's just the way he is. Why is that okay? Why is B- okay when you're giving A- or A+ or B+? You can only be a half a grade ahead and you're still ahead, baby girl. And that means he's below you. He's a downgrade. So why are you downgrading? Well, what am I going to do? Break up with him? I don't want to be alone on Valentine's Day. First of all, I've gotten dumped on 2 Valentine's Days, and I'm pretty sure I was pregnant on one of them. I am. I had something, it wasn't a period, it was like something beyond that a few days later, and I'm like, I think I was pregnant. So, Jack Kukota, if you're watching this, great job, bud. Hope life's going great. I mean, mine is. Mine's going actually great. But yeah, no, I hope yours is not. Anyway, what were we talking about? Expectations. Oh, you don't want to be alone on Valentine's Day. You know what being alone gives you? Peace. I'm never disappointed when I'm alone because I'm responsible for me. Oh, no one got flowers? Honey, it's only you living in the house. If everyone's getting flowers, it's you. Oh, okay. Well, then I'm going to go get flowers. I really want tulips. Let's go do it. True disappointment is not, I don't have this. True disappointment is, I should have this. I thought I would have it. I expected to have it, but I don't. Someone has withheld it from me. If you have a boyfriend, he knows what your expectations are. Probably. He knows if you're disappointed because he knows that you're a human woman in like right? Like in the world. He knows that Valentine's Day is important to you. Have you communicated it? Let's say that you have. Right? Because this is what we do. We're communicators. He probably knows you want kids. He probably knows you want to get married. You want him to stop smoking weed, get a job, wash the car, whatever. He doesn't care. He doesn't fucking care. That's the reason he's not doing this. Not that, well, he's just not thoughtful. Because he doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to be. Yeah, some people are just born more thoughtful maybe, but it's something you can learn. I mean, we learn to walk and to drive. I mean, he takes care of his needs. His needs are met, either by himself or by manipulating you into meeting them. So his needs are all getting met, but yours don't matter, right? Because you don't want to be alone. Baby girl, you are alone. You're more alone than if you were just single. And the only person you had to worry about was the man in the mirror. I like being single on Valentine's Day. Having a boyfriend on Valentine's Day makes me profoundly anxious because I know he's not going to treat me as well as I treat me, as well as my friends would treat me. I would rather just be like, I've got this, okay? I'm gonna arrange a dinner with my friends at a restaurant we all love, and we can just say it bluntly. I don't want to go there. I do want to. They've got a great backdrop for photos. Great. We're gonna rent our own fucking limo. I'm gonna send flowers to Abby. She's gonna send them to me. I would rather do that and get my needs met and feel loved in the way that I know will not have any ripple of disappointment than hinge all of that on a dude. No. Mm-mm. No, I don't want to risk not getting my needs met and having my standards dialed down. I don't risk that. My needs are what they are. They are in place for a reason because they make me happier. And I'm not like, ooh, I'm just going to roll the dice. I hope he meets them. No, they're too important to give them over to a guy. So we've got some options here. If you love your guy, and I'm not saying it's like, so Shallon says I should break up with my boyfriend. I mean, girl, if you're not getting your needs met, yeah, it's actually exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. And that's what you would tell me to do too. I mean, if I did a video, I was like, oh yeah, I'm dating like Gavin still, and he's probably gonna be high on Valentine's Day and smoking a bunch of cigarettes and blah, 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 but it's fine. You'd be like, what the fuck am I listening to? I can't respect her anymore. It's because I'm a projection of you, and I want you to respect yourself. So look, like I said, you've got options. Short of dumping your boyfriend and incinerating your life. Communicate. Be like, look, these are my needs, okay? And I don't want to hear that they're stupid because you have needs and I've never once told you your needs are stupid. If I did, you'd probably be stretching and doing some lumbar exercises so you could suck your own dick. But I don't think you are. I need candy. I need this kind of candy. You can decide how much, what kinds of candy. I need flowers. I don't even care what kind of flowers, but they're not from the grocery store, okay? I want some thought into this. I need thoughtful gestures. I would love my love language is acts of service. You know what would make me happy? The house being clean, something being clean. I would like you to take me someplace new, someplace I can wear those new Gucci shoes. Communicate your needs. And I know that this is an unsexy thing. It's like unromantic, but let's view this as an experiment. Because if you think you're going to be with someone for the next few Valentine's days, see what happens when 1 year, just 1 year, you lay it all out there. And you're like, this is what I want. Let's see what you got, bud. If he comes back with a Whitman sampler, if he doesn't make a reservation, if his truck is dirty, now you're looking at some writing on the wall, right? But what if he steps up? He doesn't get you a little box at C's. He gets you the big, giant heart. He doesn't make a reservation. He makes 3 and he lets you pick in real time. He doesn't just wash the truck. He washes your truck too. Oh, sometimes people just need a little guidance. He might be delighted to know, like, oh my God, this is what she wanted. Thank God I had some dumb Kay's jewelry thing picked out, some dumb Pandora bracelet. No, he might love this and run with it. But if he doesn't, now you know. And look, there's nothing wrong with being single, but there is something wrong with gaslighting yourself into thinking you have a great relationship if you actually don't. If you're telling yourself, no, I don't actually have those needs. No, it's fine. Why the fuck is it fine? Why have you decided that's fine? If you order something at a restaurant, let's go back to that, and they bring you the wrong thing, totally wrong, or they bring you nothing at all, you're like, oh, it's okay, I'll just eat these salt packets. It's okay. No, you're like, that's not why I'm here, and I'm sure as shit not paying for it. Can we take this attitude in our personal life a little bit? We might be surprised at what happens. We're going to be back tomorrow with more Shallontine's Day and something different. Just my needs are valid. My needs are valid. Stupid unicorn pillow. I'll see you later, Shalligators.